I'm George LeMieux, and this is the LeMieux Report for the week of January 26th. Topic 1. Obameter. On Tuesday, the world witnessed a remarkable moment as we swore in our 44th president. By Wednesday, the pundits were out in full force, ready to evaluate our new president's performance. The St. Petersburg Times, founder of PolitiFact.com, launched the Obameter to track the progress President Obama is making in fulfilling more than 500 campaign promises. The scorecard? So far there are 5 promises kept, 1 compromise, 1 stalled, 14 in the works, and 488 with no action taken yet. Promises kept include number 125, directing military leaders to end the war in Iraq. President Obama met with military leaders, ordering the group to develop a responsible plan for withdrawal. Bottom line, accountability is important in any business, especially politics. Kudos to the Times. The Obameter is a great resource to keep tabs on the new administration. But don't take the Times' word for it. Evaluate the information on your own and judge for yourself if a promise has been kept. In May, Governor Christ signed major insurance reform legislation into law. The law holds insurance companies more accountable, extends the rate freeze on Citizens property insurance through January 2010, and continues to ban the practice of use and file, where insurance companies raise rates before being approved. State lawmakers are now exploring lifting that freeze on Citizens rates and replacing the freeze with a cap of 10% or less. Lifting the freeze would bring Citizens rates more in line with the private sector. The other issue is the Hurricane Catastrophe Fund. The state invested an additional $12 billion in reinsurance to help stabilize the fund. The reinsurance is about to expire, and some lawmakers believe insurance rates could increase nearly 25% if the state does not continue this investment. Bottom line, lawmakers face the difficult task of not increasing rates on Floridians suffering through very challenging economic times, while at the same time ensuring that Citizens Insurance has sufficient reserves to pay claims the next time Florida is hit by a hurricane. The state should continue to purchase reinsurance as an interim step to fill the gap. When the economy recovers, state leaders can better evaluate removing the rate freeze. MortgageDaily.com ranked Florida second in the nation for the number of mortgage-related layoffs last year. Florida saw a net job loss of over 2,500 mortgage-related layoffs. However, by looking at the fourth quarter numbers alone, Florida seems to be easing out of the hole, coming in third to California and Minnesota. Friday, unemployment hit 8.1%. The rate is the state's highest in more than 15 years, nearly 1 point higher than the national average, and represents 720,000 currently unemployed. For some perspective, California, the 7th largest economy in the world, reported a 9.3% unemployment rate. Bottom line, the recession in Florida will likely last through 2009, with our best hope being that a recovery starts in the fourth quarter of this year. Until credit becomes available and banks start to liquidate their bad real estate loans, the real estate market, which drives much of Florida's economy, will remain stagnant. Ironically, the more Washington does to infuse banks with cash, the longer banks may wait to make the hard choices needed to stimulate the economy. Last week, Governor Christ announced a Palm Beach County expansion of Biotest Pharmaceuticals, Florida's largest pharmaceutical company. The project was made possible through a public-private partnership between Biotest, the Business Development Board of Palm Beach County, and the state of Florida. The expansion has an estimated economic impact of $89 million. This announcement is one of more than a half dozen important biotech projects announced over the past 2 years. Together with projects already located in Florida, Biotest will infuse hundreds of millions of dollars into our economy and promote future economic diversity and stability as Florida establishes a national hub for biotechnology. Bottom line, recruiting and retaining companies that provide high-wage and high-value jobs is crucial to economic stability. Steps taken to market the Sunshine State as a home for biotechnologies will yield positive economic results for decades to come. Homeowners are not the only folks feeling the strain from the ongoing credit crunch. Businesses have also been hit hard. The U.S. Small Business Administration is the independent federal agency charged with protecting the interests of small businesses. SBA loans that help Americans start, build, and grow small businesses have decreased 46% since 2006. 40% of SBA loans were sold to the secondary market before a freeze that crippled the lending industry. Now more stringent background checks produce fewer qualified recipients, while lower interest rates make loans less valuable, resulting in fewer willing lenders. Bottom line, if we want businesses to expand and hire more workers, financing must be available for equipment, training, or even payroll. The SBA is working hard to recruit lenders, and the new state-run pilot loan program may be able to partially pick up where the SBA has left off.